Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we are going to learn another very important topic on vector space which is called linear combination of vectors. ना ये बहुत ही important है क्योंकि in coming lectures ये linear combination का जो concept है वो हमें हमेशा मतलब देखने को मिलेगा. So let's get started. Now what is linear combination of vectors? So first see we have taken some vectors v1, v2 and then vn. Okay, which constitute a set S. तो कैपिटल S एक सेट है, उसमें हम लोग यहाँ पे कुछ एलिमेंट मतलब वेक्टर्स है यहाँ पे. Now this is a subset of the vector space V of F. Okay, तो suppose ये एक वेक्टर स्पेस है V of F, तो उसके अंदर एक सेट है. Now this particular set is what? S. और यहाँ पे कुछ एलिमेंट है V1, V2 like this, Vn. Okay, now small v belongs to capital V. This is another element. Okay, this particular element is another element. Small v belongs to V. So it कहीं भी हो सकता है. Suppose V is here. Now if we can express this particular element V as a combination of some scalars and vectors from the set S. So V is an element of capital V. And a1, a2, then an, these are all scalars. तो scalars हम कहाँ से लेंगे? We'll take the scalars from the set F. Okay? उसके बाद हमें एक combination बनाना है. Scalar into vector, again scalar into vector, and then scalar into vector. Now see, a1 into v1, so is what is a scalar multiplication with vector. a1 v1, then similarly a2 v2, then an vn. Now the right hand side is a combination of scalar and vector. Now if this particular combination is equal to some element of the vector space, then we say that V is a, that means this small v is a linear combination of elements of what? S. क्योंकि v1, v2 and vn, these are all elements of S. So बहुत ही सिंपल है. जैसे कि हम लोग यहाँ पे लिखते हैं सपोज x इक्वल टू ट्वाइस y प्लस 3z. Okay, so this type of equation we see from our earlier classes. So here what does it mean? Here x is a linear combination of what? Y and z. Okay, this is a simple equation. X is a linear combination of y and z. So here also v is a linear combination of v1, v2 and then vn. Okay, now let us do some examples. Now in this particular example you see v1, v2, v3, three vectors are given. So v1, v2, v3 कोई एक सेट का एलिमेंट है. सपोज मान लीजिए कैपिटल S. Now this v1, why inside v1 we have written three element? Okay, so in the example of subspaces also we see that sometimes three element comes. So it means here the vector space is what? Three dimensional. You see what is the vector space here? It is not V of F. Here it is R cube of R. So in place of capital V we are writing R cube. R cube means real number, then three dimensional real number will come, and here the field is also what? Field is also real number. Then we have to express another vector, this V. So this V is also an element of R cube. So we have to show that, or we have to check that V, this particular small v is a linear combination of v1, v2 and v3. So small v को बाकी जो तीन एलिमेंट है उससे हमें एक्सप्रेस करके दिखाना होगा. So initially हमें क्या करना है? डेफिनेशन में क्या था? If we have n vectors, then we have n scalar a1, a2, an. Okay, तो यहाँ पे कितना वेक्टर है? We have three vector v1, v2 and then v3. So since we have three vector, तो we need three scalars. So पहले हमें scalar चूज करना होगा. Let a1, a2 and then a3 belongs to what? R. तो initially हमें पता नहीं है we can express this small v in terms of v1, v2 and v3 or not. Okay, so let us suppose that we can express. तो हमें एक्सप्रेस मतलब एक्सप्रेस कर सकता है, ऐसे करके हमें लिखना है. उसके बाद हमें a1, a2 और a3 का वैल्यू निकालना होगा. एंड इफ a1, a2, a3 बिलोंग्स टू R, ओके, देन वी कैन से दैट इज ए लीनियर कॉम्बिनेशन. सो इनिशियली एक काम कीजिए. सो लेट अस सपोज लाइक दिस. लेट a1, a2, a3 बी स्केलर्स such that, okay, such that v equals to a1 v1 plus a2 v2 plus a3 v3. Okay, so suppose we can express v in terms of v1, v2 and v3. Now what is our v? V is our 3, 5 and then 2. a1 we don't know, and v1 is 3 2 1, then a2 into v2 is 2 1 0, and then a3 v3 is 1 0 and then 1 0. Now let us combine the right side. So you all know that we all know from the examples of subspaces that first what to write, a1 into 3, then a2 into 2, and then a3 into 1. So what we'll get, 3a1 plus 2a2 and then a3. Okay, all first element. Then we have to write second element, a1 into 2 plus a2 into 1 plus a3 into 0. So it will be our 2a1 plus a2, and finally a1 into 1, a2 into 0, a3 into 0. So only a1 will get. After that, what to do? Now we have to compare left side and right side. So if we compare, so 3 will be equals to 3a1 plus 2a2 plus 3, and then 5 is equals to 2a1 plus a2, and finally 2 equals to how much? a1. So here you see a1 का value हमें directly मिल गया. So a1 is how much? a1 is 2. Now if we put a1 here, so it's 5. In place of a1, if we write 2, so 2 into 2, 4 plus a2. So this implies a2 equals to how much? 1. Okay, and then let us put a1 and a2 here. a1 is 1, so it's 3. a2 is a2 is 1. a1 is how much? a1 is 2, so it will be 6, and then 2 plus a3. So if we calculate, our a3 will be equals to, it's how much? 8 minus 3 is minus 5. Okay. What to show? We have to show that V is a linear combination of V1, V2 and V3. Okay? So अभी आप लोग देखिए, suppose this is equation number 1. So therefore equation 1 implies, so left side में क्या था? V. So V क्या था? V is our 3, 5 and then 2 is equals to, so what is the first element? a1 into v1. So what is our a1? See, a1 is 1. So it's 1 into v1. Our v1 is 3, 2, 1. Okay. Then v2, sorry, a2. a2 is how much? a2 is 2. So it's 2 into v2. v2 is 2, 1, 0. And then v3 is our a3 into v3. a3 is minus 5. So it's minus 5 into how much? 1, 0, 0. So see, we have expressed v1, sorry, we have expressed v in terms of v1, v2 and v3. And here, these scalars, no, a1, a2 and a3, these are all real number. Suppose these are not real number, that means though we have find the values of a1, a2, a3, suppose मान लीजिए आप लोग कैलकुलेशन करके a1, a2 और a3 का वैल्यू मिल गया, लेकिन कोई एक पर्टिकुलर वैल्यू उसमें सपोज कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर आ गया. So that means what? Since our field is real number, okay, since our field is real number and one scalar is complex number, it means that we cannot express this particular vector in terms of v1, v2, v3. So यहाँ पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो फील्ड है वो रियल नंबर है और सारा वैल्यू जो निकला यहाँ पे a1 का वैल्यू 2, a2 is 1 and then a3 is how much? minus 5. All the values are what? Real number. Okay. Now take one more problem. Now for what value of m the vector this is a linear combination of these two vector. तो यहाँ पे ये जो पर्टिकुलर वेक्टर है ये ऑलरेडी ये दोनों का लीनियर कॉम्बिनेशन होगा, ये बोला है. ओके, सो m3 and 1, this is a linear combination of the remaining two vector. It is already given, and what to find? We have to find the value of m. So since there are two vector, so हमें क्या करना है? दो स्केलर लेना है. सपोज अल्फा, बीटा, b2 scalars, two scalars such that m31 is equals to how much? Alpha into 3, 2, 1 plus beta into 2, 1 and then what? 0. Now if we combine them, alpha into 3, beta into 2, so it will be 3 alpha plus 2 beta, then 2 alpha plus beta, and finally only alpha. So see, left hand side is a 3-dimensional element and right hand side is also a what? 3-dimensional element. So if we compare m equals to 3 alpha plus 2 beta, then 3 equals to twice alpha plus beta, and finally alpha equals to how much? 1. Okay, so here let us put the value of alpha. If we put alpha here, in place of alpha if we put 1, so our beta is also how much? 1. Okay, so it's very simple. Alpha is 1, beta equal to what? 1. Now if we put the value of alpha and beta here, so it's 3 plus 2, how much? 5. Now what is what we have to find for what value of m? So if m equals to 5, okay, if m equals to 5, then we can express this particular vector in terms of this and this. Okay, so linear combination is very simple. Linear combination is what? It's a combination of some scalar and vector. So I hope you understand this particular lecture of linear combination of vectors. So if you like today's video, kindly share with your friends also, and kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll get the notification of all upcoming videos. And thank you once again for watching.